this all the time. Should I stand here?
You're good. Hello and welcome to Vegas Aces. Thank you so much for joining us. Laura, thank you very, very much for joining us.
You're very
tonight.
welcome. It's my pleasure.
Cool. Now, just for those of you who don't know, if this is your first time here, we are here to teach you table games. And that is what we are doing today. We're going to be shadowing on roulette. We finally have a nice roulette table that we can use, so I'm really excited about this. If you guys are watching, please let me know that you can hear us okay. Please let me know that you can see us okay. We are using new microphones, so hopefully these mics work and you can hear them and it's not too, what's the word?
Staticky.
Yeah, thank you very much. So please let us know if you can hear us and everything. And I'm gonna check and see what you guys are saying in the chats real fast. Do you want to go in here and see if you could do this, what we talked about?
Yes.
Okay, and if I have to, I will change the mics if need be. Oh, sweet. Sounds, yes, you guys can hear us. That's fantastic. Thank you so much for joining. Okay, so they said that we sound good, so that's
all right.
cool. Okay.
There we are. Oh.
Nope. There we go. Okay, cool.
Okay.
So we can see the chats. Fantastic. Good idea. That was a really great idea.
Thank you.
Okay, so I won't be running over to the phone every 2 seconds, so that's awesome.
All right.
Ah, cool. So, hi, how are you?
I'm fine. It's nice to be back here.
Thank you so much for joining us and
Not
doing
a problem.
this.
Not a problem.
Awesome.
It helps me out too. Just so you guys know, it helps me out tremendously.
Totally. So we are doing a shadowing on roulette. I guess what we should start off with first is, where are you in your skill level? Have you learned any? Have you not? What do you know?
Okay, I did go to school to learn roulette, and I do know a lot of the basics. So can we start out by the odds of the 6 to 1?
Right. Do you know what this is called, the 5 numbers?
The 5 numbers is called, I forgot.
It's a top line. And it's only with 0, double 0. So it's not the same on a single 0 roulette table. It
Okay.
only works on a single 0, double 0.
And I do know that this is the only part of the layout that you can have 5 numbers.
Yeah.
That's why 5 pays 6.
Yep.
And then this is called I forgot what the 6
The double street.
The double street.
Right.
Okay. And that is 6 numbers, and 6 numbers pays 5 to 1.
Correct.
So if you put a chip over here.
Which, let's give you some chips just to use as an example.
Okay, so this right here, if you were going to play just 5 numbers, you put it here, right here.
Correct.
For the 5. Nowhere else on the layout
Exactly.
can this bet go.
And you're covering all of these.
Yeah, covering 0, double zeros, 1, 2, and 3. Those 5 numbers only. I remember it as 5 numbers pay 6 to 1, 6 numbers pay 5 to 1.
That's a great way to remember it.
And that's how it's stuck. So this is how you would bet the double street. And then if you were going to bet 4 numbers.
Right.
4 numbers pays, don't tell me. Let's do it this way. This is 17 to 1 for 2 numbers.
Okay.
Okay, straight up is 35 to 1.
Right.
Then it's 17 to 1. And
let's do
8 to 1.
Let's do it easy. So I want you to start with 1 number and then go down. So what is 1 number called and what's it pay? What is 2 number called and what's it pay? What is 3 numbers called and what's it pay? Let's do it that way.
Okay, so 1 number straight up is 35 to 1.
Very good.
And 2 numbers, I don't know the name of it.
It's a split.
A split.
Yes.
That's right. All of a sudden, I'm getting a blank.
Oh, it's because you're on YouTube. It always happens when you get on video.
I'm going blank. I really am. I'm sorry. It is a split. It's a split. A split, which is 2 numbers, pays 17 to 1. And 4 numbers, which is called?
What's 3 numbers?
3 numbers. Oh, a street bet.
And where do you put it?
Oh, right here.
Right. So it's called a street.
Or right here.
Yes.
So a street bet is 3 numbers.
And it pays?
And it pays, don't tell me, 9 to 1.
Almost. Try again.
11 to 1.
Yep, there
yes.
you go, 11 to 1.
11 to, okay, yes. 11 to 1 for a street bet, which is 3 numbers.
Correct.
And then
4 numbers.
4 numbers is 12 to 1.
No.
I know this. 8 to 1.
Yes. And it is
I forgot.
it's a corner. Because you see how it's
Corner
on the
bets.
corner? Exactly.
Corner bet.
And
Corner
it pays
bet.
8 to 1. So it
8
covers
to
4
1.
numbers and it covers 8 to 1.
So 3 numbers, let me just going to go, 3 numbers pays 11 to 1.
Uh-huh.
And 4 numbers pays 8 to 1.
Correct.
Okay. And that is called a corner bet.
Correct.
Okay.
And then we're doing 5 numbers.
And then the 5 numbers is 6 to 1.
Right. And do you remember what I told you the name was?
Top line.
Yes.
Or no.
Very
Yes,
good.
top
Yep.
line.
Top
Yes.
line. Yep. You got it. You're good.
Okay. So that covered it. Well, no, we have to do the. Okay, so red or black is even money.
Well, what we did right here, and it's 6 numbers pay 5 to 1. What we did right here is we did all the inside bets. So you got all of the inside bets correct. So yeah, you're right. Let's go to the outside bets.
Okay.
So there's 2 different versions of outside bets. You have the even money outside bets and you have the 2 to 1 outside bets.
So the even money outside bets pay even money.
Correct. And that's
Okay.
that. Go ahead and do it again. That's that line right there.
This line
Exactly.
over here. So whatever you put here, you're going to just get even money.
Correct.
Okay. These bets the first 12, meaning these 12 numbers,
And it's called a dozen.
a dozen.
So the
a
first dozen, second
so
dozen.
Yes, you're going to get paid 2 to 1.
Correct.
Okay. And then over here, these are called column bets.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so they get 2 to 1 because it's a dead giveaway because on the layout it does say 2 to 1.
And that does help.
So that part does help. That does help.
And
so
that
you know you're
covers
gonna
all
pay.
of the numbers in the column.
Yes, on each column.
Very good.
So you will get paid if you put $5 here and one of these numbers come out in this column, you'll get paid 2 to 1.
Exactly.
I'm a real visual person, everybody, so I like to do it myself. It really helps out. I don't know if
Yeah.
you know.
Now, that is a really, really great way to start out. Let's see if anyone has any comments real quick, and then we'll get on to the next
Yes,
section.
yes.
And thank you again so much for letting us use your phone so I don't have to run over to my phone to see what everyone is saying.
Yes.
So Jimmy is saying, happy to see you with Roulette. Also sorry about the recent issues with YouTube taking your stuff down. I can't believe someone is doing that to good gambling content that would be striked like that. And Fred says, how is our dangerous host doing tonight? And
She's fine.
hi, good to see everyone. So let's talk about that just real fast and then we'll move on. Last week we had 6 videos taken down from our YouTube channel. YouTube said that they were dangerous and harmful, and they said I was selling an illicit or illegal good. Right,
Are you
exactly.
allowed to talk about which
Yeah, I could talk about it.
videos thing?
Yeah, so the videos, and I have this all on social media. It was the how to deal 3-card poker, how to play Let It Ride, how to drop cut, I'm blanking on the other ones. There was like 6 total.
And how did they perceive that to be dangerous?
I don't know. I really don't, maybe it has something to do with gambling content, because I heard that there were a lot of gambling YouTube channels who got strikes, or their channels were taken down, or
Okay.
videos were taken down.
Okay.
And I think a lot of it has to do with the new, I think it's the FCC rules, because, they got in trouble for having.
Yeah.
So I think it has to
Okay.
do with that.
Okay.
And they're trying to fix the problem with a axe instead of a scalpel, which isn't helping. So when I put up the appeal, I said we have nothing to do with online casinos. I am not selling anything illicit or illegal. I am, teaching people a trade skill, and I'm doing it for free.
So it was an algorithm
Yes.
that got caught in.
Yeah.
It wasn't an actual human being.
Well,
that
I don't know, because you appeal it. So
To
I
a
would,
human.
I would think it's a human, right?
Right.
Well, all of my appeals were rejected. So,
that's
yeah, exactly. So
because there's nothing dangerous here, folks.
Right, totally. So
Nothing
what we
dangerous.
did was we tried to put it on Daily Motion, and Daily Motion, after a few days, they took my channel down saying that I was violating their policies and procedures or their terms of service.
Gosh.
Right, and I'm like, I went through your terms of service. I didn't see anything related to gambling.
Right.
So what we had to do is we actually had to pay for a Vimo account, which I did. I really did not want to pay for a Vimo account, but I want the videos up, so you know, SOL.
They made it a requirement.
Exactly.
Okay.
So now all of the band videos are up on Vimeo, and they are embedded into the website, so you could see them still on the website, and you can still see them up, and they weren't taken down.
Let's just see if anybody says anything. Oh, top line. Oh. I don't know what they said here.
Let's see.
Talking about the top line.
Oh,
That's-
he
but
was
first
just
of all, let me
saying-
just say I think it's a real bummer, but everything is great, and I'm sorry that happened to you.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I really hope it doesn't happen again, because then you get the second strike, and then after the third strike, they take your channel down. And I have over 300 videos on there and 10 years worth of, you know, views and all that stuff.
Is there ways you can prevent it? I'm sure there's. No. Okay.
Nope. If worse comes to worse, if they take down my videos, then I'll just put the videos up on Vimeo. It'll just take me a while. I'm trying to save screenshots of. Oh, sweet. Thank you. Thank you very much for the super chat. Really appreciate it.
David, sure. Dave, sure.
Awesome. Thank you, Dave. Very much appreciate that.
I'm sorry.
So yeah, it's all good. We'll just put the videos up on Vimeo. I'll make sure I embed them into the website, so that way you guys can always go to the website, vegas-aces.com. You can check out all the materials there. I really should be updating it more often anyway, so maybe this is the kick in the butt that I need.
Well, Jimmy at P249 says, to be quite honest, for me, this channel did a lot to learn about what gambling even is and where the lines between healthy and toxic ends of the spectrum lay. So that is a darn shame to see.
Thank you. Thank you very much for that. Yeah, and
And I just wanted to acknowledge that.
thank you. Well, we try to teach people about games. You know, it's good to know how to play them, good to know how to deal them, good to understand the house edge, and what basically you're paying for entertainment, and the cost of that entertainment is the house edge. That's what you pay.
And Mike Connolly says, roulette is my favorite game to deal. Really, Mike? If you live in Vegas, maybe you can, chat some stuff that is snappy to you.
Speaking of snappy,
Yes.
so should we do the ball? Like, one of the hardest things about roulette is spinning the ball or snapping the ball and also doing the math. We did the odds where we talked about what locations of what bets pay what, which is really good. But the second hardest thing people have trouble with is spinning the ball. So shall we give?
Yes, and I think the way Heather's explained it to me just a little bit prior to this is you take it like you're going to snap your fingers. Exactly. So let's see how I do.
Okay.
So we're going to go over here and we're just going to snap. Nope. Well, we'll try one more
It's okay.
time.
That was pretty good compared to how you were doing it before.
Yes. Okay.
Let's get
you guys,
this.
it is kind of, it's just,
There you go.
all right. And so your wrist is going to remain straight.
Right. So always straight. Now show people how you were doing it before, like how you were doing it originally.
How I was doing it originally was just taking it and just like
Go ahead,
turning
do
my
it.
wrist.
That actually didn't. That was pretty good, actually.
That was. See, and I don't even. That's how I normally do, but I was.
But when you do it,
too much.
you flip the wrist. Go ahead and do that.
Oh no, actually, that wasn't.
You were doing pretty good. But before, when you were doing it, before
Yeah.
we were doing the stream, you
Right.
were flipping your wrist.
I was flipping my wrist.
Right,
So,
and when you do the flipping the wrist, you get carpal tunnel, you get cysts, you get problems.
and I don't want any of that.
Right.
So we're gonna.
And that was
The snap.
Awesome.
That was the snap.
See, and you just learned that like what, 5 minutes ago before we started?
And even though I've been trying to spin this ball for like a year, it gets easier and easier. But if you do it over, if you have a way in your mind that's snappy, as I was telling Heather, it's easier. But nobody has ever corrected me.
Yeah.
On how to do it. So, okay.
So what I taught her before, just so you guys know, is when you're doing the snap or spinning the ball, you want to keep your wrist as straight as possible. You put the ball up against the groove right
inside,
here.
right inside.
And in a snapping, just like you would snap your fingers.
Your two snappy fingers, these
right.
two.
You put the ball in between there, put it up against the groove, and then snap. And by doing it, you keep your wrist straight. You don't do the whole flipping motion, which really hurts your wrist.
Yes.
And you get a much stronger spin doing it that way.
And guys, just to let you know, I'm a really strong person. I was a bowler. I'm still a bowler, golfer. I've used my hands a lot, and I'm pretty strong. And this is quite of a challenge. But if you leave your wrist straight, because I want to prevent injuries.
Right.
Then, you know, let's see. Oh, Alan says ideal about 10 games. Okay.
Do you want to read some of those? And while you're reading that, I will just tell them one little thing, and then we'll read the comments.
Okay.
So when you're doing roulette, you want to make sure that the wheel is spinning in the opposite direction of how you spin the ball. So if you're snapping the ball,
oh, we're on the right side too.
This way, right? And this is a right-handed table. Then the wheel will go the opposite way. So the ball's going this way, and the wheel is turning this way. So they're always going the opposite way. You never, ever, ever want the wheel to go the same direction as the ball, ever. That's really horrible. Also, too, when you're spinning the wheel, make it go in a nice, easy direction. You want to be able to see all of the numbers on the wheel. If you can't see the numbers on the wheel, it's going too fast. If it's going too fast, the ball will hit the groove and fly out, and you'll get a ball out. If it's going the same speed as the ball, you'll actually get it hook on this like little groove right here, and then the ball will turn forever, and you have to stop it and call a misspin.
Okay, so Alan Fairfield, he is a dealer in Pennsylvania.
Uh-huh.
And then he says he thinks we're great. Thank you.
Yay!
And then he also says he started dealing over a year ago as a hobby. Really?
Cool.
Okay. So okay, Dave Schnur asks, how large is the roulette ball for a 32-inch wheel? And then
you have different sizes.
well, in the casinos where I work, we normally use the.
You normally use the small
No,
one?
the big one.
Oh, the big one, yeah.
Yeah,
the big one's
the
normal.
big one.
So you normally have two balls that you use on a roulette table. You have a small ball and a big ball. The small ball is a 1/4-inch diameter, and the big ball is 3/8 inch diameter.
And he also asks how many rotations. I know that where I work, you have to go around at least 3 times.
Right, and 3 times is the normal. So if it doesn't go around 3 times, no spin, and then you have to redo it.
Exactly. And so, do you want me to spin one and we'll pretend, or how do you want to do
Well,
this?
before we go into the actual game, we really want to work on the different
What is the
components
roulette
of the
ball
game.
made of?
Plastic. It used to be made of ivory in the old days, but now it's plastic, good old-fashioned plastic.
Alan Fairfield, no, he says, you are a newbie. No, not that new. I've been a dealer for 3 years. I'll give you guys a little background. I think I said this. I went to school to learn roulette. It's just where I work, I haven't had an opportunity to be on the roulette table yet.
Right.
I do 3-card. I've known a lot of carnival games. I don't know if you guys know about free bet. I deal free bet a lot. But I do know, and I'm very confident about dealing roulette. It's just I have not had the opportunity as
Right.
yet. So I'm just trying to build my skills up.
So
with you all here. And
when you're at work, and we're not going to say any names of casinos or anything,
Right.
but when you're at work, what's usually good to do is on your break, go to the roulette table and muck or shadow the dealer, or, you know, if it's, try to go to a dead table.
Yeah.
If you go to a dead table, you could practice spinning the ball. You could also practice the next thing that we're going to work on, which is pushing the chips.
I do push really good.
Yeah, you do?
Oh, yeah. You'd be
Awesome.
very proud of me.
Let's take a look at that. Let's do that right now.
Yeah, you would like that.
So again, one of
I
the
do this-
components.
I do muck a lot.
Yeah.
I do muck a lot because they have, you know,
Good. So
during
you're a mucker.
a lot of, not as much as I'd like, but I do muck.
Okay. Can you make sure those are in stacks of 20? I
Yes.
don't know if that's in a stack of 20.
So-
It feels light.
Yep, this is
Good? Okay.
2020.
Now we'll start off with 2 stacks, and then we'll increase it gradually, so that way we could do different stacks.
So usually people buy in for 100.
Yeah, but we're gonna do that. We're gonna do 2 stacks first, and then we'll do 3 stacks, and then we'll do 4 stacks and 5 stacks. and
Oh,
all
okay.
that.
So 2 stacks?
2 stacks first. Yeah.
Okay, so
So you have someone buy in for 40. How do you
Yep.
give them their chips?
now this is with the left hand, and I'm used to doing left hand because everything, like the first 2 spots, I've gotten very good at left hand stuff. So this is how I would do it, just like that.
Okay.
If he's over there, I kind of maneuver it a little bit and do it like this. Wait a minute. This right here, see on the side? I kind of, no?
Now, were you taught that, or did you just do that by yourself? Or
In my
yourself?
right hand, this is how they taught me, using this.
So on a right-handed wheel, you use your right hand.
Oh,
No, no.
no, on a right.
I'm asking, is that what you were taught?
No, on a right-handed wheel, you use your left hand.
Exactly.
Everything is with the left.
Exactly.
And even if you're on another side wheel, whatever side you're on, you in other words, I can't go over here and pay people. You're
Right.
always going to use
Watch out for your
this
cord.
hand. Oh, that's right. And so, is this, see this right here?
So
See when you're,
can I?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, please.
So on a right-handed wheel, she's right. You're always going to pay with your left hand. The reason why is because you always want to keep your body square to your bank. So your bank is going to be right here. You never want to turn your back on your bank. If you're
Game
paying,
protection.
Game protection. If you're paying on a right-handed wheel with your right hand, then what's going to happen is you're going to go and you're going to pay, and this arm crosses over your body,
Right.
and now your back is to that bank, and you can't see anything over.
Exactly.
That's not good.
Nope.
So if you pay with your left hand on a right-handed wheel, your body remains open, and you're staying square to the game, and you could still see the bank.
I always use this kind of technique. I do my shoulders to rack, or shoulders rack
Shoulders
to
to
rack.
the bank. Yeah, shoulder
No,
to
no
the
pun intended.
I just got that.
they say that at work, rack to rack. So if your shoulders are square with the front of your body, you will always be good. But you turn your shoulders to where your money lies. That is the danger. You do not want to do that.
Right. You always want to keep it in vision.
Yes. So now you show me.
With the way you were doing it before, you had it like this. Pushing it like this, it doesn't give you very much control. It's not.
And this is 2 stacks. I don't know if anybody can.
Right.
Everybody
And
can
this
see
is
it.
2 stacks.
Yeah.
I don't know if they could see it either. Let me move the camera.
Yeah.
No, they. Okay. So that's a little bit better.
Okay. So this is 40 units, 20 units, 40 units.
There we go. Okay,
Okay.
cool. So when
Oh.
you're doing. Oh, do you have some
Sure
comments?
What's your guys' record for spinning the same number? Oh,
Ha, I got a good one on that one. So when I was on Roulette, I spun, it was the number, what was it? It was the number 21, 8 times in a row. And it was one right after the other, right after the other. So after like the 5th time in a row, my foreman came over and he's like, you can't do that again. So I spun the ball and I hit it again. He's like, do it again. So I spun the ball and did it again. He's like, there's no way you're doing it another time. Spun the ball, hit it again. It was 8 times in a row. It's crazy.
Okay, so David, you're asking, where are you pulling those chips from? Can you turn the phone to show whatever the black and lucite thing that holds the chips? I've usually seen a locking cover. You're right. Usually the banks or the chips are all around here, the colored chips. He wants to see this part.
And this is something that you don't normally see on a table.
Right. You would not see anything covering those colored chips. But the bank of money, the real checks, would be right over here.
Okay. So let's do the pushing the chips.
Okay, you're going to show me.
So when you're pushing 2 chips, you're actually going to push it like the arrow is going out here or out here. Not the way you were doing it. You were pushing it like this, and you want to instead push it like this.
Toward, like, say, like the guys right here.
Right. So what you're going to do is you're going to put your thumb right here, your pinky in the crevice, and then your ring finger right here. I
remember that one.
And you're going to push it right like that.
Yes. So, I'm sorry.
And it gives you more control of the stacks that way.
Wait a second. So, say over there. You said your pinky over here.
Thumb. Pinky, middle, ring finger. So thumb.
Yeah.
Pinky's right there, and then ring finger's right here. So.
How does that work? Oh, you mean.
It's like that. So you see how your hand is, and you see how my hand is.
Oh.
It's like that. Yeah, there you go.
Oh.
And when you hold it, you always hold the bottom chip and not the top chip.
Okay. So it's like this.
Right, and then you push it like that.
Now, what's interesting.
There you go.
Oh.
And you see how it's like you have more control over it. You can hold it better. And
see, they didn't teach me that at the school. I had a different kind of thing, but you know, when they teach you something like that, so it's thumb. I see. Like
so you're holding it like that.
I'm very ambidextrous, guys. I'm having a mind.
So your pinky's right here in the middle.
Yeah.
And then your ring finger's holding the bottom.
So it's
and
like
you're holding
this.
It, yeah.
See, guys, look at. See, it helps to look.
And if you go to my website under the resources section, under the articles section, to the roulette, then we have a whole guide manuscript of how to hold your hand and where to put the placements and how to push out the chips. So that way it will help you figure out how to do this.
So wherever they are sitting at the table, it's the same if you have 2 units like that.
Right. So you push it out this way or you push it out this way.
Or you could go this way. It makes it very
easy to move it around.
No, him.
But you see how you have more control to hold it that way?
Yeah. I just wish I muscle memory of what you talk about.
So now let's do 3.
Let's do 3, and the 3 is going to be like this.
The triangle, right.
Okay, so
and when you're pushing chips, not only do you have to worry about hand placement and how you push it, you have to worry about chip placement. So every single time you add a stack, you have a pattern that you put the chips in when you push them out. So the pattern for 3 chips is a triangle. A pattern for 4 chips is a diamond.
Right.
You know?
That they did teach me.
Yeah.
But on this, it would be...
And that's how they taught you?
You know what? I did everything with my right hand because we were on a left-handed table.
That's so weird because you don't see too many left-handed wheels out there, so why teach people on a left-handed wheel?
Well, they had both wheels, but everybody seemed to be on... There was never anybody on the other wheel. So
when you do it this way, it's going to be the same as the
basically the same.
Right, but now instead, so with 2, you're pushing this way. With 3, you're pushing that way. So how you were pushing 2 was actually how you should be pushing 3. And I probably just confused the crap out of a lot of the people.
Well, the way I was pushing it.
So
yeah, the same. You mean the same move?
Well, you have your thumb here.
Yeah. Oop. Yeah. Thumb.
I think I just described it wrong. I think that's what it was. So put your thumb here, your finger, your pinky here, and then your ring finger here.
I can't do that.
Here.
That's real. Okay.
So have your, there you go.
Okay.
Like that, like that,
Oh.
like that. There.
Ah.
You see?
Yes, but that's still awkward. Really? That, and thumb. It's hard, guys. All right.
It is hard.
So until
Yeah.
like, I mean, I can push 6. I'll show you. Do that. Okay. So we got that.
Right.
It's basically your thumb over here, your ring finger, and your pinky. No, your thumb. Let me put it right here, because in reality, the money you're going to put it in here. You're going to have the chips over here, just like this, and then you're going. It could be this guy right here that wants it. So we're going to pretend he's sitting here, and I've got this, and see what I want to do. See, I have to get this down.
Here, let me show you.
All right.
So I'm just gonna do this really, really fast. So actually, can I switch
Yes.
spots with you? Crawl over my wire because I think our wires are starting to cross.
Okay.
There we go.
All right.
Lavalier mics. Woohoo!
Oh
trying
yeah,
something
you didn't
new.
tell her.
I
A
didn't
test.
tell. Yeah, we're
Yeah.
trying something new. We're doing lavalier mics. Hopefully it works. Okay, so if you have 2 chips like this, you put your thumb here in this point right here. You put your pinky in between the 2 chips.
The pinky.
And then your ring finger is holding the bottom chip, like so. And then you move it. So you can move it this way, you can move it this way, you can move it this way. I mean, you have a lot of control over it.
Okay.
And
I
then
think I've got it.
next is 3. So 3, you would do the triangle, like so.
Okay.
And again, do it like this. If you have to do it over here, you'd like turn your arm and you do it to this guy all the way over here.
So you have your fingers in front of the 2, of these 2. You always
So
want to
it's like
position them
this.
like this.
This is how my hand is when I push it.
Okay.
And then the thumb is what keeps control of one side of the chips. The ring finger is what keeps control of the other side of the chips. And then pinky is in the middle to hold them together.
Okay. So now we're going to do 4.
Okay, so now is the diamond, right? Exactly just like that. Could you hand me another stack?
Yes.
Thanks.
All right.
Thank you.
So this is a diamond. It looks like this.
So if you have a player right here, you would push it like that.
See how you push it from the back? So she's pushing it from the
Right.
back.
And if you have a player over here, you would push it. Like
Guys, the only reason why I'm having a lot of problems is because it's with my left hand. So I've got to get used to that.
Yeah, and being ambidextrous is really important when you're dealing. You want to be able to do everything with your right hand that you can do, or everything with your left hand that you can do with your right hand.
And at the current time, like I said, being a dealer, I'm dealing blackjack primarily most of the time. I do have no problems with my left hand, you know? I really don't. It's just, I guess I'll have to just do it over and over. When you do it over and over again, like
It's muscle memory. Yeah.
Okay, so now we're gonna go to,
5, and you're making,
you do the 3 in the front,
yeah,
and then
so
the 2.
it's the 2 and the 3. And when you're doing it, the arrow is like from here. So the 2 in the back to the 3 in the front, the arrow is like that, and that's how you're pushing it.
Okay.
So when I'm pushing it, I have my hands like this, and I'm pushing it this way. You see?
Yes, because you're basically having the same kind of,
Hold, the same finger hold.
yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah. See, I also was taught by a lot of guys with really big hands.
That's the other thing. And big hands, you're going to hold the chips differently than if you're a woman and you have small hands.
And I'm Italian,
Yeah.
smaller hands.
And then,
Okay, so now if they get paid, so this right here, it's not like this, right?
right, so that's the 5 right there.
That's 5. So this is how it would look right
Right.
here. So sometimes if they get paid an extra,
Then you would put it on top.
yes.
Exactly.
And so you do the same thing. I'm just saying,
Right.
it just got to really work it.
And then if you have 6, you're
Okay,
going
let's
to
put the
do
6 one in.
a diamond.
There we go.
Like so. So
Yeah, I was pushing this a lot.
So that would be how you would push a diamond, and of course it's going to come off on me.
Right.
go.
And they'll always be the same color. We're just doing this.
It's just
if you guys are wondering.
why it's different.
Yeah.
I guess we should do that, right?
We're good. All right, now, our things are not, oh, wait a minute.
Are the wires?
Well, we're kind of overlapped, but you know what?
Can you guys still hear us okay? Make sure that our microphones are okay.
Alan says, hi, Heather, glad you're back.
Sweet, hi.
Enjoyed meeting you at, Jim Romanowski says, enjoyed meeting you at SP.
SP, okay.
And the new mics are really nice, so you guys can hear us really good, okay?
Oh, good, I'm glad.
Mike
Cool.
Conley, so I know pushing 7 and 8 stacks are the same
hard.
technique, but I struggle with 7, 140, but golden pushing 8. Oh, you're
Okay.
golden pushing 8, got it.
So we're doing 5 right now. We just did 6. 7 would be this right here, and
That's
where
called
you
a
did the
flower, right? Yes.
It's the flower power. Flower, not power, but pattern.
They just
but
call it flower.
pattern. Yeah, flower pattern. And then it's the same thing. You put your thumb right here in this crevice, your pinky right here in this crevice, and your middle finger or your ring finger right here. And then you push it this way.
All right.
Yay. Ah!
Uh-oh.
At the last second. Okay. And then 8 is exactly the same pattern.
Mick
with the hats.
Chad Simone. He says the audio good does cut out sometimes though on my end at least.
It does? Okay.
Okay.
Maybe we're moving too far and it's pulling the...
I think the cutout is Wi-Fi. Okay, hard to tell, but this is light years, but okay.
Oh, good. I'm glad you guys like it much better.
All right, Jimmy says, yes, the quality is really, really nice. Yeah, because sometimes, guys, I've noticed that if I'm watching a live stream at home, I get a little sign saying your internet connection is not, is a little weak. So that's a lot of the reasons why it will cut out. Yeah, it seems like Wi-Fi. That's what Jimmy says.
So this is 7, and then 8, you would just add this to the top, so
Jay-
it's like a little hat.
Jay Ybarra, where are we? I know you said you just got here. We're just pushing chips, but we've already gone through some
We've done spinning, we've done the odds, and now we're pushing
odds,
the
and
chips.
we're just pushing chips a little bit.
So that's that. Oh, and I have to admit, you need practice. It's muscle memory. You have to do it a lot.
It's the left side. If you are assigned to a right-hand wheel, you're going to have to use your left hand.
Right.
And
then the last one is...
Okay, this is a really big
9.
one.
And 9 looks like that. And you should be able to do it with one hand. If you can't, well, you really should be able to.
Yeah. See, I've learned more of like when they do it like from this end. And
That's where you learn that? Okay.
Okay, but there's a way, like I've done this, like you push it, you have each for this amount.
It's the triangle, but it's triangle.
Oh, I see.
And then 10 would be this.
Okay.
Do you see what I mean? So
Yes.
9 is that, and then 9 is this, and then 10 is this.
So the 9 has to look like that.
Right, and that's why you should be able to push both 9 and 10, because they're pretty much exactly the same pattern, except with the cap. With
Right,
the top.
right, yeah.
And you don't, I mean, technically you could use 2 hands, but you don't want to use 2 hands because as a roulette dealer, it looks much better if you use 1 hand.
Right.
So technically, you should be able to watch. I'm going to totally screw this up.
No, you won't.
Oh, I'm totally going to screw it up. Okay. So it should be like this. Yeah, I knew I was going to screw that up.
He says, there's a way to do 9 and 10. One-handled 9 is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, if you...
Like yeah, I'll get this. I think that's kind of, pushing is a big part of dealing roulette. But
if
paying people out is
yeah.
bigger concern.
If you're a new dealer, if you're a brand new dealer, you can use 2 hands if you're like a break-in dealer, but again, you want to learn how to do it with one
Right.
hand and not 2 hands.
And another thing too is it seems these specific chips here.
Yeah, they're not.
They're a little bit light and flimsy, but the ones that where I work, they're just a little bit heavier, and I seem to get more of a handle.
Right.
You know, so whenever you're mucking and you get a good feel, I don't know. So, okay.
So we did pretty all of the major things. We did handling the chips. We did the odds. We did snapping the finger to spin the ball. Mucking. So do you want to try to do one, maybe 2 games of roulette?
Yes.
Where we go through the whole thing and put it all together and see how you do with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's pretend that.
I'm going to go on this side. I'm going to be the player.
Okay.
You be the dealer. And
Okay.
then we'll do a couple of rounds like that.
Just like, just a couple. Nothing crazy on here.
Right, nothing
you know,
crazy.
but
Now,
just basic stuff.
What I'm worried about is our tangled up.
Okay, so basically right here.
Can we go over? Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
let me go under.
Yes, there we go.
Oh, there we go. Okay, cool.
Now we're golden.
And then
I like that term.
actually, can you come under here? Okay, there we go. Okay, then let me go over here.
This is a test stream tonight, guys.
Okay.
Oh, perfect. Okay, so now we have a little bit more.
Now we have
wiggle room.
Yeah.
We have a little bit more wiggle room.
There we go. Okay.
Hey. When you're working in, it is important that if you're standing at a roulette table with nobody there, now I'm not sure of other states, but the Gaming Commission here in Nevada requires that the casino and the dealer, that the wheel is moving at all times.
Correct.
The wheel can never stop. So even if you're standing here, dum-dum-dum, looking at everybody
You
going
always
by,
have to
you have to be always aware that the wheel is moving.
Correct.
So I'm just gonna do my little snappy thing. Hey!
Hey,
All right.
dealer, I would like $60, please.
Okay, how are you?
Doing good. Here's
All right.
the money.
Thank you. Boom.
Fantastic.
And we're gonna give you gray, if that's okay with you.
Sure.
And we're gonna, left hand. Hang on, it's gonna go this way. Okay, we're just gonna get it there.
Fantastic.
And there you go.
Sweet.
Okay.
Cool.
And there's a lot of dealers that say, good luck. Now, I know from working in a casino, I never say that word because I heard from a lot of people that they don't like to hear good luck.
Yeah, it's like basically the equivalent of saying good luck in a theater. It's bad luck to say good luck in a theater. It's pretty much the same way in a casino.
So here's my thing. When somebody sits down at my table, because I deal blackjack and I deal sometimes 3-card and carnival games, but here's how I say it. I am on your team. I want you to win. So I'm on your team.
If they win, you get tipped.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing worse, I mean, a lot of people say good luck. So if you're saying good luck, that's fine. I'm just my own personal preference. I just don't like to say good luck. Okay. So, at this point, I cleared the table.
Can we move back one? So before you say no more bets, you always want to case the layout first.
Yes.
Encasing the layout, right. So there's no bets under or over the table minimum or maximum.
Exactly.
Do
So
you notice anything odd about this?
No.
Okay.
Am I supposed to?
Yes.
Oh, this is a trick.
This is a trick.
Well, it's not a trick, but okay, wait.
It's
no.
what do you call it? Extra homework? I don't know.
Yeah, no. What is it?
So when you're on the table, let's just say it's a $5 minimum table.
And that's outside.
All of the outside bets have to be $5. So this right here is $2, and it really should be $5.
Oh, we're working with $1. Okay.
Right, and
okay.
this is $3, and this really should be $5 here.
Even though there's way more than $5.
Exactly.
It has to be. So, okay. I didn't.
Right.
Okay.
So next time, like before you even spin the ball, you would case the layout.
Okay.
And then you would see, oh, sir, could you please put 2 more chips on
Well, what do you mean? I've got $5 on it. This is what.
Yep.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
No, it's got to be $5. So
Right.
if they're playing dollars, which
Exactly.
that's a lot of them. Well, we don't have 50 cents anymore, not unless you.
Thank goodness for that.
Okay.
So yeah, you would just ask, sir, can you please put some more money on here to make sure that they're both $5 each?
And that's in these all the outside bets.
All of the outside. $5, $5, $5, $5.
Okay.
And then
So
if they bet inside, like even if they do one chip inside, you have to have 5 chips inside. So 5 inside, 5 outside.
to equal.
It's a $5 minimum, but if they want to bet inside, it's a $5 minimum inside. If they want to bet outside,
Just
it's $5
outside.
minimum outside.
That clarifies a lot of things too for me because they're like $5. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you need $2 more there,
Right.
or $3 more.
Let's put.
Here.
Let's see.
Oh, I
one
see.
right here, 2,
And then
3,
2 here.
and 2 here. So are we good?
That's good.
Cool.
All right. This is really weird.
It's all good. And then
All
you
right.
spin the ball.
So here we go.
Do the snap one more time.
Okay.
So you would say no spin, and then you would do it again.
No spin. And we're gonna
Snap.
snap. Better.
Better. Yeah, definitely better. And it went around 3 times, so it's
Yep.
legal spin, so it's good.
Okay, now.
Leave it
And
off.
they don't want you to ever look at the
Right.
wheel. And you move, they have me coming back.
Exactly. That's
and
good.
then as soon as it drops, then
But
you can.
see, you just did tunnel vision. So the reason why they want you to listen instead of look at the wheel and then move back.
Because they don't want
Right.
anybody being handy.
So this is the very vulnerable area of the table. If you go and you look at the ball and you see, okay, what number is it on? You all of a sudden have tunnel vision, and now you can't see this area of the table.
So they have made it a point.
Right, which
that
is
once
why
you
you take 2.
They want you to step back here.
Right.
Wait until you hear it drop because you're continuously looking at the table
Continuously.
until that ball drops.
Right.
Then you can look and go, oh,
Like you listen, you hear it drop, you glance, not
Okay.
even look, you just glance real quick and
Right.
then immediately look back at
And-
the table and put down.
wait, where's 30? 30. Okay, now this is the part where, okay, so it is red.
Right,
So I know that that's a winner right there.
right. So this is a winner.
See, and then this is the part that I need to
Right.
really, okay, no, you didn't have anything straight up.
Because
But-
when you're doing that, you always go outside in, top to bottom.
And from the left over here first, right?
Right. Always this area first and then this area.
So I can see nothing in here is a winner.
Right. So you take that.
Yep, and I'm gonna do it like this, right?
Not really. Okay. So you're going to come back here. Let's just say, for example, just to give us a good, example.
Yeah,
It's like, let's just do this. Okay.
because you're kind of clearing that it's not a winner, like in my
Right.
like my mind, you know.
So you always go outside, in, and then top to bottom. So outside here, outside, outside. Okay. Bring it in. And then you go inside and you sweep. Now, when you do this,
Oh, you're
right.
I've seen. Okay,
And
I've seen them do that.
I sort of screwed up too, so I want to fix what I just screwed up.
Okay, so but why is it done? Why do they take out? Why do they take those stacks?
Because that's the easiest stacks the players, those are the stacks the players are going to be messing with when they're trying to cheat. So if you
Okay.
take them first, then you're
Okay.
done and they're over with, and
So-
then there's less likely to be cheating.
So say like you had one here and one over here, or
And-
just over here. Let's just pretend
Yeah,
that's 5.
okay.
So I'm gonna take this,
That's that.
and this.
Well,
and-
you wouldn't take this because this is the winner.
Oh yeah. Okay. That's okay. We'll just do it like that. So I would take that and
And
I put
then-
them right here. I can just leave them
and
there.
then you could just, yeah.
And then over here I do it like this, right?
Right.
Okay, with my left hand, and I can
With
just
all
let
of
these
it.
fall. Now that I'm over here, I can using my right hand.
Right.
Got
So
it.
you put this on here. Make sure you understand like what are the winners, losers,
Right.
and then you sweep and you sweep.
Yeah, but I'm gonna pay the winner.
Yeah.
Okay, so
And
this
you
is
try
good.
twice. You don't sweep more than twice. You
Oh.
don't want to go like sweep, 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 sweep. You
Right.
just want to,
Exactly. So now, but after I sweep, I see. Now I do this with my left hand too, just like that. Right? When I person.
oh yeah. and you
I
pay,
wanted to pay.
Right.
And that's one.
It's because you want to keep yourself square.
Exactly. So that's another reason why I showed it like this. I mean, because the money would be right here.
Right.
And then you let the person take their money, put it over here,
Right.
and start mucking away.
And just so you know, players are not allowed to take their bets if the marker's still on the table.
Okay, that's another good thing. I've seen them say, wait.
Yeah. Now
And-
let's see your muck. Let's see you muck really, really fast. How fast can you muck?
I can muck, but these are thick.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I have mucked when I worked at both of those other places. And I got taught a lot of different things that very, very, very time I didn't know a lot of things.
Right. And you learn experience too. Like sometimes people tell you something and you don't realize why until later.
But yeah, and you can do that, and then when you're actually at a live game, like I am all like mostly all the time, except I'm not the actual real dealer. I'm just the mucker. But it just comes easier when you're in the I would ask the dealer if I'm a mucker. I usually say, if somebody wins, I'll say that's 70 or that. Okay, yeah, and they let me get it all out. I get the money already. You know, I do my little push to them, and so I am getting a lot of experience that way.
Good.
So I feel like I'm ready, but I just got to get these things down. So can we just pretend like or you want to do another game? Let's do one more game.
So I want you to come over here. I want you to be a player for one spin.
Okay.
I'm just going to go through it really fast, just one spin real fast. And then I'm going to walk through it, and then I want you to do one.
Okay. Am I going to go this way?
You're going to go this way and around. Okay. Go. Listen, wait for the ball to take a couple steps back so you can look at both the wheel and the table at the exact same time. We have 28 black, 28 black. Come in here. Again, you want to do it palm up so that way you're not cheating, basically. If there's any chips around here, you would move the chips, and then you would take all the outside bets. And then the inside.
So you take the outside bets. Oh, I see. You just kind of move them, and then you take.
So you move
chunks.
this, so that way you could see what's the winners and what's.
So
the
I lost.
That's normal.
Yes.
Then that's how you would go through one spin or one rotation of roulette, and then mucking. Mucking was always my favorite.
Oh yes. So yeah. See how you're putting them? Like they told me, do muck.
Yeah.
Pick them up with each hand.
Yep, both at the same time. But we used to do Toke committee. So when I was on Toke committee, that was like we would actually have races to see who could muck fastest. So I got really good at that because of Toke committee. And that was like one of my fun favorite things to do. Okay, come over here.
Minutes.
Yeah, do me a favor, read the comments. Oh, wait. Go around this way.
Okay. Guys, this is us tonight.
I know, right?
Okay.
Do me a favor. Answer people's questions.
Oh, the audio is back.
Oh, was the audio off?
Yeah, he says, check the cables. Okay, what? No sound. Okay, you guys, his audio is,
Oh, good.
okay. Says, lucky I can read lips. Jimmy, oh wow, it just randomly is back.
I don't
know what that means. Okay,
we are probably just moving.
Mike says, I'm part of the A committee and I shock some people stacking chips. What does that mean, Rocky? The OLE? I'm part of the OLE committee and I shock some people stacking chips.
Okay.
Okay. Gotta do that. Alrighty, so we're gonna do one more.
Right.
And
so I just gave you 40.
Okay. Oh, let's do this and this. And once again, before I do, I always do the, oh, see?
To make sure.
Yes.
Very good.
Because I believe, see, a little bit high. Okay. So she's got 40 bucks. And good luck, ma'am.
Thank
Miss.
you very
Ma'am.
much. Okay, and then we bet.
Where'd the, oh, here's the ball. The ball should never be here. It should always be in the thing.
Right,
Okay.
always.
No, that was a dud. That was a dud. Okay, snap. Take your two fingers and snap. Nope. It's very challenging, folks. 3 times. Okay, so to get there, I can go like this.
No more bets. And then take a couple steps back and make sure to watch this and that.
Mm-hmm. And see, I had to look. 4.
And just so you know, when you are experienced and when you are on the table for like, let's say a year or something, you really just glance at it. So
Yeah.
what you did right there was looking too long at it.
Yes.
Okay, cool. But
Sometimes I don't do, sometimes I can just tell, but
like I said, that's
Yeah.
something where it's like you'll get better the more you're on the table and the more you deal.
exactly. Okay, so now my first thing, that's a winner, so I'm not going to touch that.
First you move this because you want to make sure you've distinguished what are the winning bets and what are the losing bets.
Okay.
Right.
Yes, and
And
not
that,
this.
right.
Okay.
And
then
then you
I'm gonna. That's a winner. So and that's a winner.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just gonna take this and do all of this.
Correct.
Okay. Am I right?
Yep.
Okay. $17.
Outside first.
Yeah.
Right.
So I can do it like this, right? And this is 2 to 1.
You would always pay over here.
Oh, well, I didn't notice him
Yeah.
first.
So pay him 2 to 1.
Yes.
And then 1 to 1, 2 to 1, and then 17.
Okay, so you get, oops. These are pesky little chips. They are. Okay, there we go.
Cool.
And then I
You already
paid,
paid
yep,
that?
I already paid that, which would not normally happen. And this is gonna get 1 even money.
2
And-
to 1.
Oh, it is 2 to 1.
2 to
That's
1.
the only one that's even.
This is the only one that's even, right?
Okay.
So this
And-
is even, that's 2 to 1.
Right, and this pays $17.
Exactly.
Okay.
So hopefully you guys can hear us now. They're saying there's no sound, so I think hopefully you
Oh,
guys
sound
have
again.
sound.
James F says sound again, better.
Okay, cool. So we have been going for almost an hour.
We're
Do
gonna-
you have any other questions, Laura, about roulette or anything that you want to go before we end this?
No, I think just if they're paying like this would have, this is where I go, you know, okay. So the picture bets are, you know. So this right here, we know that this is 35, and I have it all in my head. I have it memorized at home. You know, the Mickey Mouse, you know, all of those, 59, 69.
And did you know you could go on the website vegas-aces.com
Yes.
and there's the flashcards?
Did not know that. Can I print them or can I practice?
You could practice, and you could practice your math. You could practice the patterns, so it has the patterns up, and you could like figure out the different patterns. We have 3 different for roulette flashcards that might help you out.
Okay, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that because I'm confident at like looking at a bet, knowing what it pays. You know, $70 up for, you know, $2 straight up. But if they're playing this 70, that's going to be 87.
Yeah.
You know, you can just see it.
And if you want to make sure you have the 8 times memorized, the times table. You want to have the 17 times table memorized and the 35 times table memorized.
That exactly, and I have all of those charts at home.
Good.
And once I'm actually on the job doing it in front, it comes back to you. You know, it just.
How far can you recite? Let's do 17 first.
17 times what?
So just go through the times table. So 17, 34.
I've never done it like
You've
that.
Never done it?
Not like that.
17, 34, 51, 68, 85.
Oh, 17 going up.
Yeah, and then
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
So it's like I didn't realize it was like that. Sorry, guys. Like.
It's cool. And then you do the 35, so 35,
570, 105.
Right, exactly.
Yes, 140.
175.
175. Yeah. That's, yes, and that 175 is $5. No, 225.
Oh, that's what you're talking about. Okay.
Yeah, like if they have a $5 bet, because this happens a lot.
Right.
$5 straight up.
But then you would just pay the units. So if
Another thing. That's another thing. If they have $5, but they want some chips, but I'm just saying $5 is.
Well, remember with $5. So let's just think that $5 chip right there is a dollar chip, and you would pay 35, right? 35 is a stack of 20,
right?
And a stack of 20 minus 5. So if you convert that into fives, we know a stack of $5 chips is 100, right? So if you take 200 minus 5, which we know is 25, that pays 175.
Okay, so I was working with another person at the casino, and he was telling me, trying to explain to me, it doesn't matter how much, it's the units.
You always
He's
pay in
paying
units,
$5, so we're just going to look at that, and it would help if they said it like this. Just think of it as 35.
Exactly.
We don't care. He could be paying $100 chips.
Exactly, and it's exactly the same.
We're still going to give him 35 chips.
Changes is this marker right here. So if he's doing $5, you'll have a $5 chip on top of his chip.
Yeah, we don't do for dollars. We don't. No,
okay.
Not there. But I see what you mean. But $5 is marked.
Right.
$10.
And then all you do is just pay units. So you know that pays 35. You just pay 35 units.
So, but what happens if he goes, I'm going to cash out?
Floor.
If you do. Or whatever your name is. I think wheel is spinning too fast.
No, if you can see the numbers, that's a good spin right there.
Fred says, do you think it's a loose connection?
Oh, he's talking to, yeah, maybe Rocky. It's just, like I said, it's brand new audio. We're just getting used to it.
The microphones are brand new.
Yeah,
so.
first time we've used it.
But I'm going to grab these. Make sure nothing here.
Wakey.
And I really appreciate it. I think the next time we do this, we can do more of the payouts of what we see. Because I am pretty good at it. I am pretty good. I just wanted to get this down. I think it's...
And I think you got the basics down. You're good. I think you're ready.
I thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Here, come here.
I will. Soon, and I'm going to shout this out in the universe. I'll be assigned to roulette. Maybe tomorrow. Tomorrow's my Monday.
Fingers crossed.
And they know I'm ready.
Well, you're doing good. You can snap the ball really well. You know what you're doing. I think you got it. Just, get on there, keep practicing, and
Yes.
exposure's the only way you're going to get better.
And keep looking at the flashcards, because I am going to go on there. They're on, can I print them out?
The flashcards you can't print out, but you go on my website and
Right.
basically you just go and you use them. So
Okay.
you could do it randomly, you could do it in sequence, you have the patterns, you have beginner, and you have advanced.
Do you have picture bets too?
Yeah, the patterns.
The patterns, okay.
Yeah, so I'll have...
They call them picture bets,
picture bets. So
Right.
like, for example, this right here is called Mouse, and we know that's 51. So instead of sitting there and adding, 2 8s into 35.
Yeah, you just have it memorized
know,
that a Mickey
yeah,
Mouse is
that's the
51 bucks.
Right.
Because it's 8 to 1, 8 to 1, and 35. So
Right.
35 and 16 is.
Exactly. Yeah.
So you don't have to do that, but when you're new and you're looking at it, you get nervous.
Yeah.
So people don't tend to forget about the picture bets, but I think that's
It's helpful, especially when you have
it
a
is.
full table
And
and
what
everything.
what's this called?
Oh goodness, I don't remember.
It's called something. It looks like a panda bear. All right, but that's 69.
Oh.
No, is it 69?
You're making me do math. 51 plus 16.
No, 35 and
67.
See, I look at it as 35 plus 32.
Oh, yeah, that works too.
See, 8 times 4 is, my head goes, 8
67.
times 4 is 32 plus, you know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? But there's other clever ways that they do it.
It's pretty
They
interesting.
round it up to the top and then move down 3 and go up 2. I don't know. Everybody has their own, if you do roulette and you get your little niche, you find a niche, stick with maybe that one person, because the next dealer is going to have a whole different way. They have different of coming up to the counter.
And you just have to use the way that works for you. If
Exactly.
Right.
And finding it is, you're only going to find it, this is how I'm finding out, that, I can do it, but it's my own way.
yeah,
I can't, I don't know. And then I observe and I watch and see what people, how, and sometimes I don't even ask any questions, like, how did you get that?
well, like I said, if you're ever at the table and you just blank or you can't figure out the math, it's not a big deal. Just floor and have him come over, and he'll probably come over with a calculator and he'll do the math for you.
And one thing I remember, because I had a customer the other day, and your face flashed in my mind. Well, it flashes in my mind a lot, because there is one thing. Dealing blackjack is, yes, it's an easy thing to do, but the math can be overwhelming when you first start. And if you have a lot of money on a bet, I had table plays to the max.
Oh, money plays table limit.
Yes, money. What is it? What do they say?
Money
again?
plays table limit. So that means
I thought
that
it was
whatever,
player, or no, money plays to the limit. Yeah,
Yeah, money
and
plays table
and
limit.
my limit was 2,400, and he bet 2,400,
Oh, okay.
and he got a blackjack.
Oh, great.
So and I like.
Flustered.
But not really, because you have to maintain your.
Right.
So how I did it was, he had to. I broke it down. But here's where you came in. It's the bet plus half.
Yep, exactly.
And that has helped me throughout these last 3 years.
Good.
That I have. It's the bet, like $50 plus half. So if they have a this is on 3 to 2. 3 to 2 blackjack. So it's the bet plus half. So 50 pays 75. We already know all of those.
Right.
But when you have somebody with like $2,400, but it's the bet plus
Right.
half, but it's okay to break it down. That's kind of the way they want things
Yeah.
anyway,
So what you would do with that bet in particular, you
had
would just
two-
cut the 2 zeros out, and then you have 24, half is 12, 24
Right.
plus 12 is
I don't-
36.
But I didn't even look at it like that.
Oh,
I
okay.
took the two. It was cheaper. It was 1,000, and then it was 8 blacks. It was I don't know. It was like 10 black. It was. The bottom line is that I put these down, and I pulled out immediately. I saw the 1,000, and I pulled out 1,500, and then I had 800, and I pulled out 1,200. You see what I'm saying? I pulled out another as I'm looking at it because you
Right.
can't fuss with it. Once you have it broken down,
Yeah,
you're
you
done
don't
with
wanna-
touching.
Yeah. No, it's true. It's true.
It's really true because if you're messing around over there, you want.
Yeah, you want to touch the chips as least.
I get like that, but very rarely do I get. I'm very proud to say that. But when you've got a lot of people looking, when they're betting on one hand, the kind of the maximum play. Plus, I have other players that are betting $10 a hand. They're like this. They have their jaws open. But anyway, that's you come to my mind because she gave me the snap tonight, and then I always think of her when on a 3-2 table. Like every day I do this. The bet plus half. If you think of that, you won't get lost.
Yeah.
And just really, it's amazing. So I thought I would just say that.
So could you do me a favor? Could
Yes.
you look through the comments and see if there's any questions real quick?
My battery's low, it just said.
My
God,
battery's
this is just,
probably-
tonight we're pooping out here, guys. Mike Conley,
At least we got lucky and we got in here.
Mike Conley says, I know. My first night dealing roulette in 2016, I never told my floor or no one told him it was my first night dealing roulette. He didn't know it was my first day. Mike. So he goes, until we close the table. So Mike Conley says, Rocky is, what happened until you closed the table, Mike?
Oh, he didn't finish it?
No. Okay. Fred says it is amazing how long the wheel keeps spinning.
Yeah, if it's greased and if it's properly rotated and properly kept up with maintenance, that wheel can spin a long time. You know the wheel is really dirty if the wheel stops spinning pretty fast.
Oh, Mike. Okay, you're just giving yourself a pat on the back because he says, I made no mistakes.
Oh.
All right, Mike. I like that. So you must have told your floor supervisor like later on or right after you closed the table. How'd that all work out? Was he surprised? That's really great. I'm proud of you that you did that. Alan says, guys, I'm leaving. This is incredibly helpful content for new dealers.
Good, glad you liked it.
Thank you so much. Mike is a baller.
That's awesome.
Okay.
If you guys have any questions, if there's anything that we didn't cover that you want us to cover, or if you have anything specific to ask, please put it in the comments. When you're watching the replay, I will answer that for you.
And I think we should do this again.
We will definitely
with
do
just
this again.
payouts.
Yeah.
And does that
I think we
sound
should do
boring
this-
to you?
No, I think we should do this again. We're going to do this again. This is going to be fun.
Yes.
As long as YouTube keeps me on, then we'll do this again.
I think you're going to be all right.
I hope.
I think this content is not criminal. It's all
You
great
would
stuff.
think, right? Anyway.
Yeah.
So if you feel that this video was worth more than $0, please donate the amount you feel is worth by clicking the link in the description below.
Donate and give a thumbs up.
And give a thumbs up.
And subscribe. Subscribe.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Please stay tuned. I have a special next Thursday. We are going to be interviewing someone really special, and I am looking forward to that.
Can I?
Yeah, sure. Of course. Always welcome.
Aw.
So please join us, and thank you for joining us tonight. And Laura, thank you so much for coming out and doing
Thank you.
this. I appreciate it.
I love it. I don't live. So.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
We're kind of neighbors. Not really neighbors, but just a few miles apart. That's all.
Just a tad.
But I'm honored to be here. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Really, I need this.
And thank you guys so much. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Any questions, call, subscribe, like.